Hello and welcome to yet another edition of YES101's Visual Radio, bringing you the news. I'm Viara Virkon. Let's have a look at your headlines first.
Newsfirst headline.
Speaker says motion against Deputy Minister invalid. 73 Sri Lankan pilgrims at Nepal border await exit. Sri Lanka core group pushes resolution at UNHRC. In international headlines, Trump calls on the EU to pressure Putin with 100% tariffs on China and India. In sports, it's cricket, Jonathan Trotter warns Afghanistan after Hong Kong rout in Asia Cup. Now on to those stories in detail. In your top story, Speaker of Parliament Dr. Jagat Wickramaratne has ruled out that no confidence motion submitted against Deputy Minister of Defence Major General Aruna Jayasekara is not in order and cannot be accepted, citing constitutional and procedural limitations. The motion submitted on the 12th of August 2025 by 32 opposition MPs, including the leader of the opposition, sought to challenge the conduct of the Deputy Minister. However, the Speaker emphasized that under Articles 42, 43 and 44 of the Constitution of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, ministerial responsibility lies solely with Cabinet Ministers, not Deputy Minister. The Speaker stated, and I quote, "A Deputy Minister, though a Member of Parliament, is not a Member of a Cabinet, and that does not bear direct constitutional responsibility to the House." End quote. He further noted that while the Constitution allows for no confidence motions against the government, the Prime Minister and individual Cabinet Ministers, there is no provision for such motions against Deputy Ministers. Further, accepting such a motion, he warned, would set an undesirable precedent that contradicts established constitutional and parliamentary norms. In more local news, a group of 73 Sri Lankan pilgrims currently at the India-Nepal border is preparing to leave Nepal after visiting Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha. The pilgrims had travelled by road from India and are now awaiting clearance to exit Nepal. Due to technical issues with Nepal's immigration system, Sri Lankan embassy officials personally intervened to expedite the departure process, engaging directly with Nepalese authorities to ensure smooth passage for the group. Meanwhile, the Nepal army has taken control of the situation in the country, prompting an official announcement instructing the public to remain indoors. According to the Sri Lankan embassy, the public appears to be complying with the directive. The Foreign Ministry continues to monitor the situation closely and is coordinating with relevant authorities to ensure the safety and timely return of Sri Lankan nationals. Still in local news, the Sri Lanka core group comprising Canada, Malawi, Montenegro, North Macedonia and the United Kingdom has officially tabled a resolution at the 60th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, urging Sri Lanka to take concrete steps toward reconciliation, accountability and the protection of human rights. The resolution, titled Promoting Reconciliation, Accountability and Human Rights in Sri Lanka, builds on previous UNHRC actions and reflects growing international concern over unresolved human rights violations, governance failures, and the need for inclusive democratic reform in the country. The resolution acknowledges the successful conduct of presidential, parliamentary and local elections in 2024 and 2025 while urging further devolution of political authority in line with the 13th Amendment to Sri Lanka's constitution. Further, it welcomes efforts to address the economic crisis but stresses the need to tackle root causes such as corruption, militarization, impunity and lack of accountability. The resolution calls for a comprehensive accountability process for violations committed by all parties, including the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, and urges investigations into emblematic cases and the Easter Sunday bombings. For a comprehensive report on this, visit www.newsfirst.lk. Up next is international news.
International news.
In international news, US President Donald Trump has called on the European Union to hit China and India with tariffs of up to 100% as part of his efforts to force Russian President Vladimir Putin to end the war in Ukraine. He made the demand during a meeting between US and EU officials on Tuesday, discussing options to increase economic pressure on Russia. The proposal comes up Trump struggles to broker a peace deal between Moscow and Kyiv, and as Russia's strikes on Ukraine intensify. Up next is sports news.
Sports news.
In sports news, it's cricket. Afghanistan coach Jonathan Trott demanded improvement from his team after an unsteady batting performance in Tuesday's Asia Cup victory against Minnows Hong Kong in Abu Dhabi. Afghanistan were 95-6 in 13 overs before dropped catches allowed them to post a match-winning total of 188-6 after electing to bat in the tournament opener. Opener Sadiqullah Atal top-scored with 73 but was spilled 3 times, including in the very first over. Trott said after Afghanistan's 94-run win, and I quote, "We were a bit fortunate with a few dropped catches that sort of let us off. We need to make sure we improve on a few areas for the rest of the group games." Unquote. And that's a wrap of this edition's YES101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.